Yeah, it was just like a total whirlwind experience.
There's one big problem actually.
Fuckers.
Hi Joe, how are you doing?
Good, very well, doing really good. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for doing this interview. If I'm not mistaken, you're in Paris at the moment, right?
I just shifted. Now took the train today, so in London now. Doing some press and stuff for the album, and yeah, it's kind of coming out soon. So I'm getting excited.
It's you mentioned it. It's a new band with a lot of friends.
It's a new band composed of pretty much all iterations of the band from the 2020 tours that we did, and then the side shows that we did. We kind of brought everyone together, and so there's 7 of us, and all friends from different parts of my life. It's a big excuse for me to just spend more time with my friends, mostly.
Is it like difficult to keep work and a lot of joy separated in that kind of way?
No, I mean we're all kind of overachievers, and we're all, we want to do a good job, and people are coming to these shows who are really excited. They paid to be there, and just like we really want to do a great job. So, yeah, we're mostly it's just we're trying to remember, like, hey, relax, have a good time. Let's just enjoy this, and that's my goal, is to just soak it up, because it's a real unique opportunity and a once in a lifetime experience. So trying to enjoy it and, yeah, live in the moment.
Yeah, and how was Australia?
It's the first time I've even been over there. It was amazing, man. It's a crazy, crazy place all the way around the world. I mean, I think it's the furthest point you can possibly get from Chicago. We flew there, and all of a sudden we were, fully submersed in this festival. And, all the other artists on the festival are people who I respect, and I discovered a lot of new music there. And yeah, it was just like a total whirlwind experience. So I was feeling really lucky to be a part of it.
Who are some of those new music artists you discovered over there?
I didn't know about this artist, Fuckers. I don't know if I can say that, but Fuckers. You can bleep that out or spell it however you like.
No, it's okay here.
And they're amazing, New Yorkers. This group, Joey Valance and Bray.
Yeah.
Those guys, oh my God. Cool dudes, great music.
Ping pong tactics, right?
Oh, yes, exactly. I didn't super know Olivia Dean's music, but I, got to see her show a bunch of times, and her and the band, they are like great people and just like insanely talented group. So, yeah, man, it was just a real, I felt like I was on cloud 9 the whole time. Obviously, there's a little bit of worry about, you just want to do a good job, but pressure's on. All the other artists are like insanely good, so trying to rise to the occasion.
Yeah, I saw some footage of Laneway Festival, I think. And yeah, we have to talk about that because it's the first time you played a song since it blew up and it went viral, I guess.
Yeah.
How was the reaction of the audience, do you think?
Every time we played it, it was like, whoa, these people know this song now, man. It was like people are singing this thing back at you. So I can't wait to do it again. It's really fun to have a big fat sing along with everyone.
Yeah, and you played some new songs as well.
Yeah, we played a couple new songs. One of them is the Basic Being Basic, and then we played this other song that's not out yet called Gap Tooth Smile.
I think you're scared of being basic. That's ironic, cause it's reading like you're even more basic.
Yeah, I listened to those songs, Basic being a single, of course, and Gap Tooth Smile being on the album, and I just listened to the album like 1 hour ago. And it sounds really amazing. Great job.
Thanks.
I don't know how long it's been finished, but how does it feel to finally release another album?
Great. I'm pumped. I want it to come out yesterday so that I can start working on another one. I'm ready to. I feel like you always when you're done with something, you're always kind of like, oh, is that the last thing I'll ever do? Will I ever write another song? But the itch is kind of coming back, and I'm getting excited to maybe work on some other stuff at some point. I don't know when, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Obviously, you're an actor. You just wrapped up Stranger Things, I guess. Where did you find the time to schedule like recording time in a studio and write songs? How does that work for you?
Well, I started in November of 2022. So I had like a year when I was working on other projects and then shooting and then recording. And basically, I would just like wherever I was, would have an instrument or two and then just kind of try to, you have downtime when you're on set or when you're, I was in Calgary. I wasn't working every day. So I'd have, 4 days off. So, I just spend a couple days writing and try to like make something and then take those ideas into the studio. And the same thing is true for working on Stranger Things. We were doing it for a year, but when I'd have off time, I would just spend it flying up to the city and trying to just work. It's a passion project for me. I really like to do it, and they couldn't really kick me out of the studio. I was just like, as much as you will let me in, I will come and record.
Could we say that Joe Keery is a workaholic because it's like project to project to project?
Yeah, but it's a labor of love, I guess. Like, it's important to take off time, but I'm just a guy who I think gets a lot of catharsis and joy out of working on a project and seeing something through. So maybe there's a little bit of a workaholic in me, I think.
And I'm pretty glad you're a workaholic in that way.
Oh, that's nice.
But let's talk the album. Yeah, the Crux comes out April 4. And when I listened to your past albums, like 2020, according to me, was like more lo-fi, guitar-driven, psychedelic. I heard bands like Tame Impala or King Gizzard and Mac DeMarco, where the side was more electronic and maybe a little bit more darker. How would you describe the Crux as an album right now?
I think it has, ties to both of those albums in a way, in my mind. The second album, I kind of maybe was writing a little bit less on guitar, but I wrote this song primarily starting with guitar or piano. And for me, it was like I really wanted to let the sound of the studio dictate what the fidelity was, obviously in the sonics, and just try to do something that was kind of pure in that way. And also just get back to trying to just write really pure songs, just focusing on trying to come up with really nice melodies and lyrics that were very blunt and true to me, and just do something that felt like as honest as I could possibly do it, and really get out of the way of trying to focus on making it sound cool or hip or anything. Just really trying to make it sound like, well, this is what this is, and that's what I was really sort of going for. And I think you can still hear a lot of the inspirations that where I'm getting all this stuff from, but I kind of was hoping that at the end of the day I was like the sieve that everything was being sort of filtered through. And end of the day, I'm really proud of it, and I feel like it's my most true work to date for me. And it feels a little scary, to be honest, to release it, because it is like me, it's my life. But I'm hoping that maybe people will be able to see themselves in it and hopefully feel something in that way, feel connected maybe in that way. I know that that's what I look for in music when I'm listening to it, and hoping that I can maybe do it half as good as the people that I respect and admire.
Is it maybe a little bit scary because it's like the most personal Joe album right now? Because when I got to know your musical project, you wore a wig and like some kind of persona you had in some kind of way. But now it's without the wig and some really personal lyrics, like in Deletion, which is a breakup song, I guess.
Oh God, I wish I could delete you, 'cause nothing can compete with you. I replenish and repeat.
Is this the most personal Joe?
Definitely, for me. In my other albums, I'm definitely personal about them, but lyrically, maybe it's more of a collage. Whereas I try to really get to the point and focus on storytelling and focus on what the essence of a song is on this one, and just sort of liquidate it to its finest ether. I felt like I was a little bit more successful in that way. And it was a lesson that I learned really from writing End of Beginning. That song was, a different song. It was a little bit less focused on the costume of the song and just more focused on the true meaning of it. So I just tried to, do that as much as I possibly could.
Yeah, you talked about being in the studio and the production, which sounds amazing. My personal favorite at this moment is Back on You, which starts with the amazing choir and the drum that drum sounds that fill in. Do you have one specific track that's your favorite at this point?
Well, it changes from time to time, but right now it's Egg. I really like the song Egg. That was a song that was almost not going to make it and kind of last minute made it. So I'm a lover of like an album, and it plays like a really kind of interesting part, like narratively for me on the album. The song is about kind of letting fear dominate your decision making and the cost of that. And I think it's just like something that I do, and something that I kind of grapple with maybe on a day-to-day. My goal is to make a great classic album, something that can try to stand the test of time, and when you look back, holds up. So yeah, that's my goal.
What are your favorite albums?
Abbey Road, man. Come on. Just like a perfect album, start to finish. But the list goes on and on, I guess. Discovery by Daft Punk is an amazing album. I'm listening to this new album right now that I think is really great. It's called Heavy Metal by this artist, Cameron Winter. My friend Wes introduced me to, and it's kind of like doing something cool to me right now. I'm really liking that album.
Shadows are landing on me and you. Me and you. Me and you.
Good choices, good choices. Yeah, a lot of people are going to get some vinyl of the Crux on April 4. What would be the perfect setting for people to listen to the album for the first time, according to you?
I feel like sitting on your living room floor and putting the record on, and maybe it's like late afternoon and you got nowhere to be, and maybe you got a little snack or something like that. Just lay on your floor.
That's a really good plan, actually. So you're gonna tour a lot more in the future. You're going to the US and of course Europe again. How do you prepare for such a great world tour?
Well, just like a lot of rehearsal and a lot of just making sure I'm in good shape to do it. And, it's my first time really doing something like this. So just trying to be well, and so that when we're on tour, I can just really focus on being relaxed and soaking in the moment, because it's only going to happen once. Gotta enjoy it.
Yeah, it can happen once, Joe, because there's one big problem, actually. You won't visit Belgium. You go to the Netherlands, you go to France, to Germany, all our neighbor countries. Yeah. What did we do wrong?
I know. I love Belgium too. I've been there. I've been to Ghent. I've been to Brussels. I've been to Antwerp. It's not right. It's not right.
We're really mad about it, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry, Thibault, man. You're right. It's messed up. We're gonna stop there. We're gonna drive through. We're gonna pick up some chocolate and some beer, and then we're gonna keep.
Okay, thank you so much, Joe. I think our time is up. The best of luck with the album, with the tour, and hopefully we'll see each other in Belgium really soon.
Awesome. Thanks for all the great questions.
Thank you.